Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We got game 2 of this 2-game series between the New York Yankees and Philadelphia A's. And what a pitching matchup we have here today. Leading off for the New York Yankees, playing second base Tony Lazzeri. Batting second, playing short field Rizzuto. Batting third, playing left field Babe Ruth. Batting fourth, playing right field Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base Lou Gehrig. Batting sixth, playing center field Joe DiMaggio. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Bill Dickey. Batting eighth, playing third base is Gil McDougall. And on the mound for the Yankees is Jack CHESBRO. Let's take a look at the Philadelphia A's and the pitching matchup we're going to have here today. Leading off for the A's, playing shortstop Jimmy Dykes. Batting second, playing third base Frank Home Run Baker. Batting third, playing first base Jimmy Fox. Batting fourth, playing left field Al Simmons. Batting fifth, playing center field Wally Moses. Batting sixth, playing right field Bing Miller. Batting seventh and doing the catching Mickey Cochran. Batting eighth, playing second base is Max Bishop. And on the mound for the A's, like I say, Lefty Grove. Jack CHESBRO against Lefty Grove. Let's get down here to Schaub's Field and get this game started. Watch it end up being a blowout after saying a great pitching duel we have. And you can see the A's starting their upcoming schedule. They're going to go on the road and play Cleveland and then go to Detroit. And leading off for the Yankees, batting .303, Tony Lazzeri with 1 homer and 1 RBI. And this is Lefty Grove's third appearance. He's 0-1 with a 4.2 ERA. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a rare play of 41 on a 36. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Tony. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Tony starts this game off with a leadoff homer against Lefty Grove after I said what a great pitching matchup this is going to be. Tony drives that ball in the left field, and it's 1-0 New York. Brings up Phil Rizzuto now. Took that 0-1 pitch over that left field wall. Phil Rizzuto's up now, batting 162, 1 homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart at short. Jimmy Dykes has got it. He's up with it. Fires over to first for out number 1. Before these fans can even get in their seats, the Yankees got a lead. And that brings up Babe Ruth, batting .294 with 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And that ball is blasted, folks. That ball is hit in the right field. And that ball is out there bouncing around. And Babe Ruth, and those little legs, making it around second, headed for third. And he's in there with a 1-out triple. Babe Ruth. Lefty Grove is getting rocked here so far today. Now you got a runner at third, and Mickey Mantle's up. Mickey's batting .194 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. An insurance run down there at third. And that's going to be against the lefty of 25. And they're going to play back. That's going to be a foul ball. Let's see here. That might be a fair ball. Yeah, it's going to be a fair ball. And that's going to be down the third baseline. And Baker makes the catch for out number 2. That's a big out. That brings up Lou Gehrig. Now there's 2 down, and Ruth still at third. And Lou Gehrig's batting .457, folks, with 6 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, a pop-up down the second. And that'll end the inning. But Tony leads this game off with a solo homer. Gives the Yankees a 1 run in the first. And the A's coming to bat with Dykes, Baker, and Fox. Jimmy Dykes is batting 138 with a homer and 1 RBI. Jack CHESBRO, this is his third game. He's 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Dykes. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DiMaggio. He makes the catch for out number 1. And here's Mr. Frank Home Run Baker batting 340 on the year, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's another fly ball. This one out to Ruth and left. 2 fly balls, 2 quick outs. It's up to Double X Jimmy Fox here to do something in the bottom of the first, batting 286. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Lou. He takes it himself, touches the bag. 1, 2, 3 goes the A's. To the top of the second we go. We got DiMaggio, Dickey, and McDougal due up here. DiMaggio's batting 152 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to his counterpart, Moses, in center for out number 1. As you can see, the Yankees have struck out 55 times, walked 55 times, hit 27 doubles and 7 triples. The A's have struck out 50 times, walked 47 times, hit 38 doubles and 10 triples. Here's Bill Dickey batting 200 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Grove strikes him out for out number 2. And it's up to Gil McDougal to keep this inning alive. Gil's 0 for 4 on the year. And he's going to be 0 for 5 if that ball's hit in the shallow left field. Simmons makes the catch. And that'll do it. The Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the second we go. We got Simmons, Moses, and Miller due up. Al Simmons batting 426 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll make him a 25. And that's a fly ball out to DiMaggio for out number 1. Stepping up to the plate now is Wally Moses. And Wally's batting 172, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jack strikes him out for out number 2, his first strikeout of the game. And up to the plate now steps Bing Miller. Miller's batting 233 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's a fly ball out the left. Roos got it. And again, the A's go down in order. To the top of the third we go. Yankees with a 1-0 lead. And we'll have Jack CHESBRO due up, Tony Lazzara, and Phil Rizzuto. Jack is batting 167 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Jack out. And as you can see, the Yankees are 6-4. They're batting 230 on the year, a 311 on base percentage, slugging .506, and OPS of 817. And the A's are 3-7, batting 272, on base percentage of 340, slugging of 621, and an OPS of 961. Tony's 1 for 1 today with that solo homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart Bishop at second. Over to Fox for out number 1, or out number 2 rather. And Phil Rizzuto's up now. And Phil grounded out to his counterpart at short his first time up. Not this time. That's going to be a base hit in right field. So a 2-out hit. It's going to get Babe Ruth up here now. And here's the mighty Babe. And Babe is 1 for 1 with a triple. Let's see what Babe can do now with Phil down there at first with great speed. And they don't want nothing to do with him. It looks like it's a 2-0 pitch coming up now. 2 balls and no strikes on Ruth. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bishop. He throws over to Fox, and that'll end the inning. Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Yankees holding on to a 1-0 lead. You got Cochran, Bishop, and Grove due up here. Mickey's batting 200 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the field at short. Over to Lou, 1 down. And Max Bishop is up now. And Max is batting. Oh, that's still on here. Trying to get rid of that. We don't need that. Give me 1 second here, folks. Does that get rid of it? No, it's still on there, huh? Still on there. Don't know why that's staying on there. Anyway, Max Bishop is up, batting 156 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. Bishop walks on down to first with a 1-out walk. And that brings up Lefty Grove. He's going to try the bunt to tie and run in the scoring position. Lefty is 0 for 3 on the year. And that's going to be a bunt down to first. Lou's got it. Only plays the first. He tosses it over to Tony covering. That'll be out number 2, but the tie and runs in scoring position. And back to the top of the order we go, and Jimmy Dykes. And Jimmy, he flew out the center his first time up. Here's the pitch to Dykes. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jack strikes him out. And the A strand 1, we go to the top of the 4th. It's 1-0 New York. You got Mantle, Gehrig, and DiMaggio up. Mick popped up to third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. That'll be out number 1. And Lou Gehrig's up now. Lou's 0 for 1. He popped up the second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Lou out for out number 2. And Joe DiMaggio's up. Can he keep his 4th inning alive? Joe flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out DiMaggio. So Lefty's now in a groove. Yankees go down in order. To the bottom of the 4th we go. We got Baker, Fox, and Simmons due up here. And Baker is 0 for 1. He's flown out the left. His first time up. Trying to get rid of this taskbar, folks. Why it's not disappearing like it's supposed to, I don't know. That's just the problem. It's supposed to be hidden. It's supposed to be hidden. And there we go. There we go. Now we got it. That's better. Back to the game now that we got that straightened out. Back to the game. And we got Baker, who's 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. That's a base on balls. That'll bring the tie and run to first with nobody out. And up to the plate now is Mr. Double X, Jimmy Fox. Fox is 0 for 1. He grounded out the first his first time up. And not this time. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is out of here, folks. Make sure here. 20 against the righty at 24. And yep, that is a home run. Jimmy Fox has given the A's 2-1 lead here. Mr. Fox with his second home run of the year. It's 2-1 A's. So we go now. Nobody out. Nobody on for Hal Simmons. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to McDougal at third. He fires over to first for out number 1. And Wally's up now. And Moses has struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third again. Gill's got it again. Over to first for out number 2. Brings up Miller now with nobody on and 2 outs. Miller flew out to left his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey. But Jimmy Fox 2-run homer gives the A's a 2-1 lead. We go to the top of the 5th. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Dickey, McDougal, and CHESBRO. Dickey struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Miller. That'll be out number 1. And that brings up Gil McDougal. And Gil flew out to left his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a ground ball down the short. Dykes has got it for out number 2. So it's up to Jack himself. Keep this inning alive. And Jack is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty at 22. That'll be a fly ball in the left field. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 A's. You got the bottom part of the order due up here for the A's. Cochran, Bishop, and Grove. Mickey's 0 for 1. Grounded out to short his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one off of Jack. And that's going to be hit in the right field. That splits the defense. That'll be a stand-up double. So you got Mickey Cochran at second. Nobody out. Max Bishop up now. Max has walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Bishop. And against the righty, 23. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Dougal's a 4 and a 42. That'll be fielding column 2. And he looks well, he swings and misses. A big strikeout for CHESBRO. He strikes out Bishop. Now Grove's up. Grove's going to try to bunt the runner down the third. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. And he does it again. That's a nice bunt back to Jack. He tosses it over to Tony covering. That'll be out number 2. Runner will get down the third now. Insurance run down at third for Jimmy Dykes. And Dykes is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and struck out. And that's going to be another fly ball out to DiMaggio. The A's strand 1 to the top of the 6th we go. You got the top of the order due up here for the Yankees. Tony, Rizzuto, and Ruth. Tony with the only run so far this game for the Yankees. He led off with a homer. And he then grounded out to second this last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Tony out this time. And you see the A's upcoming schedule. They go on the road to take on the Cleveland Indians and then take on the Tigers in Detroit. Phil was 1 for 2. He grounded out the short and he singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. Here comes Babe Ruth up now. See what the mighty Babe can do. He has tripled and he has grounded out the second. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye, baby. It's a tie ball game. It's 2-2. Babe Ruth was his 6th home run and 12th RBI. He's tied this ball game up with 2 outs. And here comes the mighty Mick. He has popped up the third and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bishop, and that'll end the inning. But Ruth ties this game up with a homer. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 2 apiece. We got Baker, Fox, and Simmons due up. Baker's 0 for 1. He's flown out the Ruth, and he has walked. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jack, over to Lou for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down for Jimmy Fox. Fox is 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. It's last time up that tied this ball game up. That ball's hit down the second. Tony's down there. And that's going to be an E4. Tony muffs that one up. Fox is on. And the go-ahead runs down at first on an error by Tony. That brings up Al Simmons. He has flown out the center, and he has grounded out the third. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DiMaggio again. And DiMaggio makes the catch for out number 2. And holy Moses, Wally Moses is up. Wally's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to McDougal at third. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mick. The error doesn't cost them anything. We're going to the top of the 7th, all tied up at 2 apiece. You got Gehrig, DiMaggio, and Dickey due up. Lou's 0 for 2. He's popped up the second, and he has struck out. And that's going to be blasted into right field off the wall. That's a stand-up double by Lou. So the go-ahead run for the Yankees is standing down at second with nobody out. And Joe DiMaggio's up. He has flown out the center and struck out. Here's the pitch to Joe D. And kiss it goodbye, folks. It's high. That ball is far, and that ball is long gone. Home run, Joe D. DiMaggio. And it is 4-2 New York. Still nobody out here in the 7th. And they would like to see Lefty get through this inning. He's due up 4th in the bottom of the 7th. Bill Dickey's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Lefty bounces back and strikes out Dickey after the home run. Here's Gill. And Gill's 0 for 2. He has flown out to left, and he has grounded out to short. And that's going to be a high fly ball in the, let's see here, in the left field. Al Simmons makes the catch near the track for out number 2. Jack's up now with a 2-run lead. He has struck out and flown out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jack strikes out. But the 2-run homer by DiMaggio gives the Yankees a 4-2 lead here as the 7th inning stretch. And Philip Reynolds joins us. Check out his channel, folks. And we got Miller, Cochran, and Bishop due up here in the bottom of the 7th against Jack CHESBRO. And here's the pitch to old Miller. Miller's 0 for 2. He's flown out to the corners, left and right. And that's a ground ball down the field, Rizzuto. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes Mickey Cochran now, who Mickey Mantle was named after. He's 1 for 2 with a double and grounded out to short. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey, the Mickey and Mickey show. And Mantle catches this one, and that'll be out number 2. And Max Bishop. Max is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out, has yet to put the ball into play. Oh, sounds cool, Philip. And here's the pitch to Bishop. And that's going to be a base on balls. That brings the tying run to the plate. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Lefty Grove. See who's going to come off the bench here. Against the righty. Most of the lefties are in the game. The only lefty on the bench is Ferris. Ferris is going to come off the bench here. Try to keep this inning alive. The A's bullpen, that's what you want to do if you're the Yankees, is get to this bullpen. It's not a very good bullpen. Here is Ferris Fan up now. Fane. And Fane is 0 for 3 on the year. Here's the pitch to Ferris. And he gets a hold of this one. Watch out, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. A pitch hit home run by Ferris Fan ties this ball game up at 4 apiece. Ferris Fan comes off the bench and launches one into right field against Jack CHESBRO. And it's a 4-4 ball game, folks. And that brings up Jimmy Dykes now. He's batting a $125, 0 for 3 today. He's flown out the center twice and struck out. And he gets a hold of this, and that's back-to-back jacks. And just like that, the A's, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, have taken a 5-4 lead. Jeez, you Pete's, what a crazy game. CHESBRO was cruising through these innings. Now you got home run Baker up. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out the left, grounded out, and walked. And that'll end the inning. That's a comebacker to CHESBRO. He fires over to first, but 2 home runs gives the A's a 5-4 lead. And you got the righty, a righty, and a lefty due up. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. Let's see here. Might be Bullet Joe Bush coming out of the pen. Yep, Bush is going to come out of the pen. Bullet Joe Bush is going to come out of the bullpen and try to hold this lead now. That's back-to-back home runs. I've given the A's a 5-4 lead. You got Tony Lazzari due up, followed by Rizzuto and Ruth. Tony's 1 for 3 with that leadoff homer. He's grounded out the second and struck out. Can Tony get aboard here? Yankees need a base runner. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bishop for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Here comes Phil Rizzuto up now. And Phil's 1 for 3. He's grounded out, singled and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll make him a 19. That's going to be a fly ground ball back to the mound. Bush has got it, fires over to first for out number 2. Here's Babe Ruth, who homered his last time up to give the Yankees the lead. He is 2 for 3 with a homer and a triple. He's grounded out the second his other time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That'll bring the tying run to first to go ahead and run to the plate. And Mickey Mantle. Can Mick do something here? He's 0 for 3 today. He's popped up the third, grounded out the third and second. Here's the pitch to the Mick. And that ball is swung on and missed. Mick strikes out, strands Ruth at first. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still a 5-4 ball game. We got Fox, Simmons, and Moses due up here. Fox is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Reached on an error and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Jimmy out for out number 1. And now Simmons is up now. And Simmons is 0 for 3. He has flown out the center. He's flown out the center twice and grounded out the third. And that ball's high. That ball is far. Al Simmons with a homer here today, folks. And that makes it a 3-2 run game. It's 6-4. The Yankees couldn't afford that. Now you got Wally Moses up. He has struck out, grounded out, and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to McDougal. He fires over to Lou for out number 1. That brings up Miller now. And Bing's 0 for 3. He's flown out the left and right and grounded out the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tony at second. That'll end the inning. But the home run by Al Simmons makes it a 6-4 game. And Bush is going to face Gehrig, DiMaggio, and Dickey. Here in the top of the ninth, the Yankees down by 2. Lou is 1 for 3. He's popped up to second, struck out, and doubled his last time up. And that ball is high, and that ball is far. That ball is going, folks. That's why it was a big run. And that's 8th inning, or this game would be tied. It is now 6-5. Lou Gehrig goes deep. Here's Joe DiMaggio. Joe is 1 for 3. He's homered. A 2-run shot, flown out the right and struck out. Can Joe keep this going? And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll be out number 1. So here comes Bill Dickey now. Can Dickey keep this inning going here with 1 out? Dickey's 0 for 3. He struck out twice, flown out the right. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Bill Dickey's aboard here with a 1-out single. And they're probably going to pitch run for Dickey. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. They might just let Yogi pitch run for him. Let's see here. Bob. And Bob's going to come out to pitch run. So Bob's going to come out and pitch run for Dickey. He's probably going to take off and try the steal second. So Bob's going to come off the bench here. Pitch run for Dickey. Okay. And Red's going to come off the bench. He's going to hit for McDougal. So Red will come off the bench and hit for McDougal. Where's Red roughing at? And like I say, that'll be a 5-24. 24. That'll be a 46 or lower. And he'll make it down to second. 46 or lower. Bob makes it down to second, and he's in there safely with a stolen base. Tying runs now in scoring position. And Red's up with a runner down at second. And 1 out. And Red is can't be right. Red hasn't gotten a bat this year. I seem that hard to believe. Red's been playing. What's up with that? Why does it say he hasn't gotten a bat all year? Hold on a second, folks. Red's gotten some at bats this year. I don't understand that. It says he hasn't. What's up with that? Because I brought the wrong red in, didn't I? Yes, I did. Brought the wrong red in. I hit the wrong red. You surely did. So here we go. That's what's up with that. Yep. You brought the wrong red in. That's no big deal. No big deal. Getting ready to say, I'm glad I caught it. Glad I caught it here. Now you got the right red in. Red's batting 200 with no homers and 3 RBIs. Bob down there at second. Excellent speed to tie and run in scoring position. And here's the pitch to Red. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 18. That's going to be a single into right field. And Miller's got a damn good arm out there. That'll be a 42 minus a 34 plus a 17, 25. Do they want to send him or not? 25. And you're going to have a pitch hitter. They're going to hold him. You know what? Send him a 51 or lower. He's safe. And they throw him out. God damn it. Throws him out at the plate. Should have held him. Because I'm going to pitch hit with freaking Roger Maris. So a single in the right. Runner gets thrown out at the plate. And now you got Red down at first. And here comes Roger Maris off the bench here. See if Roger can do something here. Should have left him at third. Should have left him at third with Roger coming up. See if Roger can do some damage with a runner down at first now. So we got Roger Maris coming off the bench. Try to give the Yankees at least a tie here, maybe the lead. And Rogers batting 222, no homers and no RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out. And that ends the ball game, folks. And the Yankees lose this one 6-5. Take a look here at the box score. And the Yankees out hit the A's by 4. But the A's, where it counts, 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Yankees, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Tony with that leadoff homer. Ruth with a home run today. Mick with a home run. Gary with a home run today. DiMaggio with a home run today. Babe with a triple. Lou was 2 for 4 today. Ruth was 2 for 3. Yankees were 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Left 4 men on base. And for the A's, not one person had a multiple hit game. You had Dykes, Fox, Simmons, and Fane all go deep. The long ball killed the Yankees. A's were 0 for 3. All the runs came off the homers. They left 3 men on base. Jack gets the loss, goes to 2-1, 8 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, struck out 4. 5 of the 4 hits were homers, folks. Lefty Grove picks up the win, goes 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, struck out 7, and 3 homers. So 4 of his 3 hits were home runs. It was a long ball game. Bush gets the save, goes 2 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 2, gave up that home run in the 9th. How big was that home run in the 8th? By Al Simmons, folks. That was a big run in the 8th. Take a look here at the scorecard. Al Simmons with the home run in the 8th to make it a 2-run game. Take a look at the standings now. The Yankees are going to fall out of first place. So you got the Cleveland Indians a half a game over the Yankees and Orioles and Senators. The Tigers are a game back along with the Red Sox. White Sox 2 games back, and the A's 2.5 games back. The Yankees are lost 2 in a row and are 5-5 in their last 10 games. Ted Williams is still leading the league with a .500 batting average. Lou just took over the home run lead with 7, and he's now tied with Simmons and Williams with 13 RBIs. Al Simmons gets his 13th RBI with that homer. And Mickey Hafner's with 0 ERA. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers tied with 2 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers tied with 2 saves. Lou still leading MVP voting. And now Cy Young is leading in the best pitcher category after CHESBRO's loss here today. I want to thank Philip Reynolds for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's see what the next game is going to be here on the channel. I think it's going to be the Phillies and the Pirates. Yeah, it's going to be the Phillies and the Pirates. Let's see how many game series that is. 27th, 28th. So a 2-game series there between the Phils and the Pirates to battle for Pennsylvania. And if you're new to the channel, like I say, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know what's coming up. And when you leave here today, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till the next time, you all have a great day and take care.